I know you probably think that your dreams are unrealistic, but think about it like this. The fact that you're able to think of them means that they already exist, but they're just trapped in a different reality. So the question is, how do we bring them into this reality? Let me know if you want to know.
If you're someone who's like, oh my god, I don't know how to talk to people, then this video is for you, okay? Whether it's in person, FaceTime, Snapchat, Zoom call, whatever, these will help. The biggest thing is you gotta learn the basics of small talk. Okay, be a little fucking curious George here. Ask some fucking questions. Where are you from? What school do you go to? What are you studying? This is the time to ask that shit. Next thing is to bring up anything you already know about this person or can physically see, okay? If you have history with this person, bring up some memories you might have or anything you might remember of them. Like, oh, I remember you used to do fucking karate or some shit. And if you want to bring up something you see, maybe they're wearing a brand you like, talk about that. Be like, yo, I have this. What else do you have of that? There you go. And the biggest lifesaver for talking to anyone, find something you have in common with them and fucking talk about it. Oh, you guys both like How I Met Your Mother? Talk about that. Oh, you both went to fucking New York one summer? Talk about that. Find one similarity and you can talk forever about it.
7 phrases that show you lack confidence. 1. I hate to bother you, but don't say that. Say, hey, do you have a minute? Say, I need to talk to you about something. You gotta say. Don't apologize for talking to someone. Was this helpful for you guys? Let me know down below.
I decided to make this video real quick because I just hate this new generation, man. Since when is it not cool to show your girl love and affection? What kind of fucked up logic? And some of y'all little boys really think that your homies are gonna ride harder than your girl. Man, get yourself in a sticky situation. I guarantee your girl jumps before any of your boys. Man, believe me, I done been there, done that. I done went broke and my girl stood by me. I went to jail and my girl answered every one of my calls. My homeboys ain't do none of that for me.
If you're in a relationship, stop scrolling. If you ever get into a fight with your significant other, just breathe in helium from a balloon and then have the argument. First one to laugh loses.
My therapist told me this last night, and I think it's really gonna help you, so listen. He said, faith is your relationship with God. Grace is how you access that relationship as well as how you assess your relationship with God. Now, what he tries to do is he tries to convince you to assess your relationship with God based on performance. And he also tries to get you to judge your relationship to God based on your action or non-action. So for example, did I pray today? Yes or no? If no, then I'm going to be punished. Did I sin today? Yes or no? He's going to punish me, or he doesn't love me as much because I sinned. Things like that. So based on action or non-action and based on your performance. But in Ephesians 2:8, it talks about how God saved you by his grace just because you believed. And we cannot take
Three first date questions to really understand someone. 1. How do you usually spend your Saturdays? The way someone spends their free time says so much about them. For example, if someone works on their day off, they might be extremely driven and career focused. It's a low pressure question that reveals a lot. 2. Where did you grow up and what was your family like? One of the best ways to see if someone is emotionally healthy is by learning about their childhood. According to psychologist Carl Manager, the more satisfying and stable someone's childhood was, the more likely they are to be emotionally healthy. Now, this doesn't mean run for the hills if someone had a troubling past, but it does give you the option to see if they are actively aware of and working through their trauma. Or not. 3. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? This question reveals someone's sense of humor, if they can poke fun at themselves, and if they can open up and just be vulnerable. If you found this helpful, like and comment for part 2.
Therapist here to remind you that if you do not address your childhood trauma, your relationships will. Your fear of your partner not loving you, so you needing that constant reassurance, can come from emotionally inconsistent parents who were there for you one day and not there for you the next. Your fear of things going wrong in a relationship, so you run away before it gets stressful, can come from emotionally unavailable parents who never validated you, so you never learned how to regulate your emotions. Your fear of being in a relationship at all because you think you're better off alone can come from you learning at a young age that you can't trust anybody, not even your parents, so you developed independence as a coping strategy. The quicker you learn your childhood trauma responses, the easier relationships will be.
It was the holiday season and snow was about, with Gordon Ramsay reruns playing about. But as the year comes to an end, here's some wisdom from a friend. Fuck off, 2020.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.